So, I am currently 1 week away from release and I'm hyped. But it's also sort of scary. Like, everyone can play it then. And what are people going to think about it? Do they think it's fun? Do they think it's bad? And yeah, all those thoughts are constantly in my head, which is sometimes a bit annoying. So anyway, I've got 1 week left and I thought it would be fun to sort of document each day from now on until release. So, this is day 1, 7 days before release. Today I wanted to email some creators. So the first thing I did was making a draft of what I wanted to say in the email. Or well, actually the first thing I did was doing a bit of research on how to make a proper email. And I learned that GIFs are the most important thing in the email. It immediately shows what the game is. So I found some footage from the trailers, made sure it's sort of looped, and then I uploaded it to this site where I converted it to a GIF and optimized the GIF. So yeah, the base email was done. Now I just needed to personalize it a bit for each content creator. And no, that Steam key doesn't work. Since I'm sending keys out, content creators can just download the game whenever they want. So the game needs to be in an acceptable state, which it is almost. The most important thing I needed to fix were the voice lines from the guide. Before I went off vacation, I had already remade half of the voice lines, but I just didn't complete it. So now when you play the game, the voice switches halfway through. So yeah, that's fixed now. Besides that, I also updated the intro cinematic with new voice lines. If you didn't watch the previous devlog, then I'll quickly explain it. I remade all the voice lines in the game, which are about 90, and most of them are already in the game, but I just didn't update the cinematics. Furthermore, I also added a new performance option. You can now choose if enemy debris is enabled or not. It can give a slight performance boost if you disable it, although it looks way worse in my opinion, but if you need the extra performance, you can disable it now. Today I started off by making a thumbnail for devlog 7, as I wanted to publish it today. So I took some screenshots from Endless, slapped it together, and this was the final result. I guess it's alright. Then I finalized devlog 7 by adding some music, then I exported it and uploaded it to YouTube. Did some description and title stuff, uploaded the thumbnail and published it. After that I finished writing devlog 8, which I had already made a small start of yesterday. And when I was done, I also immediately recorded everything. And finally I updated some store page information and I remade 2 GIFs for the store page. I searched for some cool gameplay and made it into a GIF with this overlay. Today I wanted to work on devlog 8. Yesterday I recorded the audio, and today I want to record all the video clips for it and just edit everything together. I don't have much footage of it, as I was constantly using OBS to record clips for in the devlog. But yeah, that was the majority of the day. In the evening I fixed some small things in the game. The biggest thing was this start screen. It normally shows a bit of info about the test chamber. But I haven't updated it since I added the laser enemy, so it doesn't show it here. So that's what I'm going to fix. I first had to make the black image of the laser weapon, which was relatively easy. Then I tried to understand how I programmed to show the weapons, and I came to the realization that it wasn't really easy to add new weapons. So I remade the whole system. It works now, and if I ever want to, I can also easily add new weapons to it, so that's nice. And finally I added a sort of hint, I guess, that there's a platinum medal, as it's not really clear there is one now. So this is how it looks, and it also has a tooltip that explains it if you hover over the medals. Today I finished devlog 8 by adding a bit of music. I also added a new performance option, so you can choose which type of anti-aliasing you want. TSR, or Temporal Super Resolution, is an anti-aliasing method from Unreal Engine itself, which is quite good and it can also upscale the image. If you render at full resolution, both of the anti-aliasing methods look pretty much the same. But if you render at 50% of the resolution, that's where TSR shines. I mean, look at this. It looks way better for almost the same performance as FXAA. And the performance is a lot better anyway because you render at only 50% of the resolution. So that's really nice. The only problem is, it doesn't really give a performance boost on really low-end hardware. It even takes a lot of performance away. So therefore you can now also switch to FXAA. And with that done, I wanted to test it on a really, and I mean really bad PC, as I wanted to make sure the minimum requirements were still up to date. So this is how it looks on an extremely bad PC. I would even say it's almost a potato. Oh, it opens. And it runs. With like 20 FPS, but at least it runs. Nice. But it plays fucking horribly. Although if you get used to it, it's alright. It is only like 30 FPS with 480p. It's not that bad. And this is what I mean with the fact that TSR takes up a ton of performance on low-end hardware. If you turn it off, you get like double the amount of FPS. So, after that play session, I updated the minimum requirements. In the evening, I edited a small portion of this devlog. I didn't mention it, but I also made a new TikTok account yesterday. Because my current one is dead. Like, really dead. Only 11 views. I guess it makes sense since the algorithm probably thought I was dead or something, as I posted nothing for 5 months. So I hope that if I upload all my videos on a new account in a short time frame, the algorithm will boost my videos, as it seems like I'm really active. So for the first video I uploaded a video about the Lua bug, which would let me delete everything. And it did really well. I know 600 views is still relatively low, but considering most of my videos on my older account never made it higher than 300 views, I think it's pretty good. You might wonder though, with that video about Lua, is Lua like included in the level editor? No, not yet. Lua almost fully works though. I mean, I have created this map with it. It uses Lua to make you bounce up and down. But Lua doesn't work with the workshop as of yet, so I first want to make that work, and then I will probably make it available to everyone in a future update. But anyway, I uploaded that video right before I went to bed yesterday. So today I woke up to those 600 views, which was really nice. And then I decided to also upload the release date trailer, which I had already uploaded to YouTube. And within 2 hours it had like 800 views. Like, wow dude, that's not what I expected. So, then I made a thumbnail for devlog 8. I had also already made one that looked like this, but I wasn't really sure if that was good enough. So yeah, for this one I used Trello to get some images, because most people recognize Trello and it also looks better than a notepad. And this was the final result, which I'm quite happy with. And yeah, then I uploaded the video, did some description and title stuff again, and yeah, then I published it. For the rest of the day I basically edited this devlog until day 4, so 4 days remaining. Alright, I just came to the realization that I kind of fucked up my TikToks. I always include music from TikTok itself, but I forgot to trim it. So the actual video was 20 seconds, but the whole TikTok was 1 minute long. Yeah, that wasn't really a great realization. And finally I fixed some bugs again and added some small things. Today I started off again by uploading a TikTok and a YouTube short. Then I decided to make 2 new short videos. One of them is about how I fucked up my TikToks yesterday, and it turned out to be pretty funny I think. And the second one is sort of my own spin on what this guy does. Perhaps you know him. His videos are a tiny bit inappropriate, although they are really funny in my opinion. This video is like really short, but it's also sort of funny I guess. And yeah, then I spent like 4 hours again on editing yesterday's footage. In the evening I played through half of the game on controller. Yeah, you heard that right, the game is fully playable on controller. Except for the level editor, but the whole story mode is fully playable on controller. Somewhere last Christmas I think I implemented it. Some parts were easier than others. The movement for example was pretty easy. UI on the other hand was a pain in the ass. There were also some special things, like sometimes you need to type out commands. And that's sort of impossible on controller. Or well, you do have those virtual keyboards, but I didn't want to use those because first of all I hate them, and second of all, it breaks immersion I feel like. So I went for the easy route. Whenever you press a controller button it types the next key. So it's pretty straightforward. Sometimes it's even easier to play a controller. For example at the beginning. You need to search for a password in this room and enter it. But on controller you just automatically log in. But yeah, in that play session I found some bugs and I fixed them. Alright, tomorrow is the big day. For some reason it doesn't feel that close or something. I mean, I know I only have a day and a half before I'm launching, but stress levels haven't skyrocketed as of yet, so that's nice. I started the day by uploading a TikTok and a YouTube short again. This time I uploaded the one about the mistake I made with my previous TikToks. And it seemed to be doing alright, you know, about 700 views in half an hour. Then I had to do something for like 2 hours, so I was away. And when I came back, I checked the video and it had 12,000 views. Like, what? I didn't expect that. At the point of recording this video, it has around 17,000 views. And all the other ones got a boost as well. For the rest of the day and the evening, I edited this devlog. I also reinstalled this Raspberry Pi. Some time ago we had a custom Discord bot running on it, but at some point the Raspberry Pi just stopped working. It didn't want to boot anymore. But I didn't have the code for the bot, so I couldn't fix it. And that's because my friend coded this Discord bot. But he was on vacation, so he couldn't help. But now he's back, so hopefully he can get it to work tomorrow, as it's a fun little addition to the server. So I have thought about also including tomorrow, launch day, into this devlog, but I've decided to not include it as I want this devlog to be out tomorrow on Friday. And having to edit everything from tomorrow would take a ton of time, and I probably already have enough things to do tomorrow. So yeah, that's why. Don't worry though, I will definitely make a devlog about launch day. I just don't know exactly when. That said, thank you so much for watching this far. This devlog was like double as long as most of my other ones, but it was pretty fun to make. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you on the leaderboards when it's out, and yeah, until the next one, bye!